Hey guys, Rick Register here again with RT3 Strategies. Doing a little training today in my gear, at least some of it. Got my vest and helmet on. I'm teaching a SWAT class here in a few weeks, and I'm going to post some videos when I'm done with that. But anyway, had to do kind of kick the dust off some of this gear since I'm retired now. And I don't wear it every day like I used to. It's fun to get back in it every once in a while. So one thing I want to talk about today is I get asked a lot of questions about not necessarily how do I grip the gun, but how hard I grip the gun. And there's a lot of videos out there and a lot of instructors, and they're all correct in what they do. And the reason I say that is they have a specific goal in mind, and your grip needs to reflect that. But when I get asked how hard do I grip it for what I do, for my mission, for my law enforcement career, for my competitive shooting career, my answer is 100%, flat out. I grip the gun with both hands 100% of my strength. Now, the reality is I probably don't do that. I'm probably, in the 90s or something. But I certainly don't do what I was taught as a young police officer and then as a young federal agent. I was taught that old adage of 60-40. You know, my strong hand holds 60% strength and my weak hand or support hand is 40%, and therefore I grip the gun. I hate to use the words that they're wrong, but for law enforcement shooting, not qualification, for a shooting, self-defense, military, or competitive, that grip needs to be harder than 60-40 if you're going to try to maintain any semblance of recoil management. And so let me preface that a little bit more. And I teach my classes, and there's trade-offs with that strength, with that gripping of 100%. But that is really the best way to not just manage recoil, but to predict the way the recoil is gonna lift and return, if you will, of your sights, of your dot, whatever it may be. So I'm predicting through that grip the consistency of the recoil process when the gun is in my hands. That's all I'm trying to do. So with training and understanding of that recoil impulse, then by achieving the same grip every time, then I'm able to kind of maximize at least my ability to shoot. So to illustrate that in my classes, hopefully this camera will pick this up. So I'm just holding the gun right now, but watch when I grip the gun with what I call my 100% grip. Do you see that kind of, the grip kind of warp, if you will, the mag opening, and this Glock kind of warps so that now on a 2011 or a steel frame gun doesn't do it, but I still grip just as hard. But any kind of the polymer frames, I'm gripping that gun pretty hard. Now, hard enough right now talking to you that I could do this for a while. Now I do a lot of physical training on my ability to grip the gun. I do a lot of grip strength, a lot of shoulder work, arm work, so that I can grip it. I'm talking to you, but my forearm right now is locked in. It's flexed. There's no doubt about it. So again, there it is. And then I relax it. You should be able to see that a little bit. And then there it is. Now, if I really go 100%, that's as hard as I can grip that gun right there. And I would not be able to maintain that very long. And I don't shoot at that true 100%. But I'm gripping the gun hard enough that my arm is fatiguing over time. If I shot a stage that lasted 2 minutes, I would be shaking my wrist out at the end. So here's another part. When I say earlier on, I said 100% both hands. So if that's my grip, I'm just holding the gun now. Then I grip it, that grip warps. Watch what happens when I put my support grid on there, support hand with another 100% grip. You really see that start to kind of crush that grip in. If you will, that mag opening starts to collapse. All that really does, again, for my type of shooting, is allow me consistent recoil management. As minimum as I can get it with my biology, my skeletal system, everything I'm putting into it, that is how I achieve pretty fast, consistent shot to shot. In my classes, I go into a lot more detail on this and kind of build those around each individual shooter. But I will say, now that comes at a cost, as everything does. When I'm flexed that hard, it does affect my trigger speed a little bit, clearly, because my hand is gripping that hard. So when at what I showed you, that grip there, my trigger finger is free to move pretty quick. Now, I'm not a crazy split guy getting sub 2 splits, but I'm a solid 2 to 2.5 every time I shoot with accuracy. A zone of a USPSA or down zeros of IDPA, or combat level accuracy if you're in a self-defense or law enforcement scenario. So anyway, I hope that answers some questions. I'm gonna again keep posting more and more videos on this, so don't laugh at me too bad for being an old retired guy with his gear back on again. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Again, just check me out. Check me out on Facebook or whatever. Hit me up if you want some training sometime. Again, be safe, guys. Take care.